In the 80s, we used to have a lot of business activity in the townships, right? Where native South Africans had all sorts of businesses, mainly like taverns and spice shops and the taxi business. And all of those businesses were by and large informal, right? And then you fast forward to 2025, where the digital economy is taking uh, foot. And I mean, I'm one of those people who's been a proponent of digitizing environments, even in the townships, so that we can play on the global stage, right? I've been a fan of that. And there was kind of like a quiet resistance to the idea uh, of introducing such ways of doing business in townships like e-commerce and all of that stuff. There's a quiet resistance. It's not defined, so you can't really say it's small business being resistant to this way of doing things, especially looking at a lot of the social media marketing that's going on for informal businesses, right? And you can't really say the consumer is the one that's pushing back, looking at like platforms like Shein and Demu and how they are doing well. But there is like a quiet resistance. And it got me thinking that maybe, just maybe, the reason a lot of those businesses in the townships that were run by native South Africans were successful is because they were informal. So you couldn't collect data on them. You couldn't collect data on preferences of people living in the townships in terms of what they prefer to drink, what they prefer to eat, based on data that is going through digital platforms, because those businesses were not operating on digital platforms. And it makes me think that perhaps why a lot of the businesses that are run by foreign nationals in the township specifically are so successful is because they're highly informalized. A lot of the business activity does not happen digitally, right? There might be, allowing you to swipe your card and all of that stuff. But in terms of sourcing and supply and distribution, in terms of who's buying what, they don't ring your items, so nobody can tell who bought what. Like what are people buying on the weekend? What are people buying during the week? Which items are more preferred in terms of soap, in terms of tin stuff and all of that stuff. That data is not there. And that goes for hair salons as well. That goes for, goes for a lot of businesses that are currently run by foreign nationals in townships. And it got me thinking that maybe, just maybe, those businesses are successful because they are impenetrable, because there's no data. The best way to infiltrate somebody's business is to access the data that is going in and out of their business, because that will tell you what is happening around their business and what makes their business successful, where they are vulnerable, and all of that stuff.